Hey, Steve here, K4SRF. Are you looking for an alternate way to mount your antenna mast in your backyard? Let's say you have a smaller backyard, limited footprint. Well, here's what I did. I went ahead and moved my antenna mast from a eave-mounted mast because of guying problems. I'll get into that a little bit later in the video, but I just went ahead and moved it to the center of the yard using this tripod mount. Now, this is all from Gigaparts. This is a tripod mount from Gigaparts. This designed to go with this particular type or model of carbon fiber mast. Now, carbon fiber mast, this particular model, which I have heard they don't make anymore or not available anymore, will go up to 50 feet when fully extended. This one is only going up to 45 feet, or it will go up to 45. Reason being is when I had my Comet GP9 on it previously, at the very top mast, this very top section, it was a little bit too flexible. I couldn't stabilize it as well in the wind, so I took the one 5-foot section off the top, and now this thing will expand up to 45 feet, and the section that I've got it mounted to is a lot sturdier. The pole's a little thicker, and it doesn't bend as much with the weight of the GP9. Now, the GP9 is only like 12.5 pounds. It does extend about 16 feet from base to tip of the antenna, but it can be a little bit unwieldy on top, especially if you're going up past 30 feet. This mast right here, again, will go up to 50, but I've got it at 40. It's going to go up to 45. Right now it's at 40 because I had to stop and do some stuff yesterday, so I couldn't get that last 5 foot out. Because doing this by yourself and tensioning the guide lines to make sure you've got a nice tension to go up, it is a little time consuming. It takes some patience. Going back to the mast, so it is carbon fiber. It is not conductive, so if you're wondering how I ground the antenna itself, I have run over here, it's an 1.5 inch copper strap. It mounts, or I've got it mounted and connected to the base of the antenna itself. Runs down parallel to the mast itself and secured to the mast to keep the center of gravity straight. It goes down here. The grounding rod is right here, which you can see. It's not connected at the moment. I'm getting it. I've got to get an acorn acorn clamp, which I thought I had, but I didn't. So I'm going to pick one up tomorrow. And tomorrow afternoon, I will, when I get home from work, I will attach the ground. So that's where it'll grow. Now, that ground rod is also attached to the house ground as well, so it's covered all the way. The mast itself, like I said, goes through the tripod. I've got it into the base here, which is an umbrella base for like a picnic table. It's about 45 pounds worth of concrete. This mast fits perfectly in it, and you can secure it. I did have to drill some holes in the bottom down here to allow water drainage. But it's about 45 pounds, and it does definitely keep the antenna a little bit more stable and prevents having the mast just sitting on the base of the antenna on the ground, or the mast itself on the ground. So it does give it some sort of base to go into. This white cable is my Mast and Poloni Flex 10 Sierra. It's their signature white color cable, which looks great. Perfect cable. Unfortunately, this is not direct burial. This cable is not rated for direct burial. Looked it up on Mast and Poloni's site, and they recommend a direct burial something or other. I have to look it up. However, it's an extremely expensive cable, and from what I can tell, I can only get it from Mast and Poloni. So right now, this cable is just running across the ground over the grass itself, and I just have to move it every time I mow the grass until I find an alternative motor method, that is tongue twisted here, to direct burial. I'll probably go less expensive cable. I'm probably going to check DX Engineering. I think they have something that's not quite as won't bite into your wallet quite as bad. Now, antenna, like I said, the mast goes up. I've got it up at 41 feet. Took the drone up to measure it, and it is held together and stabilized very well with 2 guide points on the antenna, one at the top and one about 20 feet below it. Now, I know standards say they should put guide wires every 10 feet, but I'm going to try the top and the 20 foot since this is going up here for a while. I can understand every 10 feet if it's a free mounting antenna, but this one has kind of got a base of some sort to it. So And we're going to see how this works. So far it works good. So far I've not seen any problem with the antenna swaying at all in the winds, and here in Florida we can go from 0 wind to 20-30 mile an hour gust, no problem. You get a front moving through a small front, but that's what I had problems with the 3 guy wire system. The 3 guy wire system just was a little wonky and a little unforgiving if the wind would come in just the right direction, causing the antenna to totally bend. This thing will bend without breaking. It will break, but it was going almost at a close to a 20-30 degree angle, and it popped back into place once the wind went out or gave up. But I'm trying the 4 guy wire system, top and 20 foot down, so it's about 38 feet and about 20 feet, something like that, 21 feet. That's where it's guyed off at. And I've got, the biggest challenge was to find a good anchoring area in this yard. It's not a big backyard, so I've got the things to contend with, like trees, bushes, and property lines, obviously, and I need to get the guy wires out far enough to fully stabilize the mast. And so far it seems to be doing good. If I need to, I'll add another set of guy lines to it. I'll just wait to see how this holds out. Well, I don't want to prolong this video. This is a whole setup here. Carbon fiber mast, tripod, base that you can get at any, like Lowe's or Home Depot, anything for antenna, for umbrella stand. Just make sure you measure the diameter, make sure the interior of the base here will allow the exterior diameter of the mast itself. That's my setup. Like I said, coaxial just going to run across the ground until I get direct burial in. Everything else seems to be set up and it seems to be working like a charm. So if this video has given you any ideas of how you might want an alternate method of mounting your antenna mast, leave your comments below. If you haven't considered subscribing, please do so, and click that like button if you got anything out of this video at all. Until then, this is Steve, K4SRF 73.